Good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming to the National Book Festival today. I'm Guy Lamolinar, and I work for the Library of Congress. All day here at the Library of Congress National Book Festival, we are recognizing and celebrating the importance of reading and authors and books. The library makes it seem easy to do every year, but the truth is the National Book Festival is a huge undertaking, a huge financial undertaking, but yet is free for everyone because of the generous support from our sponsors and supporters. So please spread the joy of reading with your gift online if you can at loc.gov/donate, and you can do that from the festival app or when you purchase books today. Now on to the event that you all are here for. Before I begin, I want to thank Pizza Hut Book It program for sponsoring Kate DiCamillo and Harry Bliss's presentation today. And I also need to tell you we are recording this for later broadcasting. And if you have not already, could you please silence your cell phones? Thank you. Kate DiCamillo is the beloved author of many books for children, including Flora Ulysses, The Tale of Despereaux, both of which received Newbery Medals. Her most recent middle grade novel, Raymie Nightingale, was an instant #1 New York Times bestseller and a National Book Award finalist. She is also the author of Because of Winn-Dixie, a Newbery Honor Book, The Tiger Rising, a National Book Award finalist, The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane, a #1 New York Times bestseller, and Mercy Watson, the series which is illustrated by Chris Van Dusen. Kate is also a former National Ambassador for Young People's Literature for the Library of Congress, and she has more than 22 million books in print nationwide. Kate lives in Minneapolis, where she faithfully writes 2 pages a day, 5 days a week. I've personally been lucky to know Kate for several years, and I can tell you, as you would suspect, that she is one of the nicest people you could ever meet. I can also tell you Kate has the world's best laugh. So what you want to do is make Kate laugh, and you will not be disappointed. The work of Harry Bliss is very familiar to anybody who reads the New Yorker magazine. He is both a cartoonist and cover artist for the magazine, and he has drawn more than 15 New Yorker covers. Harry has illustrated many picture books, including the #1 New York Times best-selling series by Doreen Cronin that began with Diary of a Worm. And he has both written and illustrated several picture books, including Grace for Gus and Luke on the Loose. I can tell you that Harry loves meeting his fans. He visits many schools across the country, and he interacts with thousands of children all over the world teaching comics, drawing, and satire. He and Kate have collaborated on their new book, Good Rosie. Please welcome Kate DiCamillo and Harry Bliss.
So, how are y'all doing? We don't have very long together, and Harry and I were trying to figure out how to do this to maximize it. And we both agree that what we would like to do is to talk with y'all as much as possible. And Harry also volunteered that he could have, do I get this right, a volunteer come up and do a scribble,
yeah.
and then he would turn it into a
masterpiece.
Cartoon. Yeah, a masterpiece, excuse me, a masterpiece. So the first question is, does that sound good to have Harry do that? Yes. And then the second question is, do y'all have questions? And we can just kind of interact. We'll show you, we'll show you a little bit about what Good Rosie is about. Typically when an author and an illustrator do books together, you don't do them together. Usually the publisher decides who's going to illustrate a book. But Harry and I had done a book together before, and Harry had illustrated a poem that I'd written that had a dog in it. And we had wanted for a long time to do a dog book. So we decided that we were going to do this book, and it is, how many of y'all have dogs? That's excellent. How many have cats? Okay. So Harry and I are dog people. So this is just the story of a dog who meets some other dogs at a dog park, and not a lot happens, but a lot happens. So Harry, do you want to take it from there for a minute?
Yeah, with the book?
Yeah, with the book.
I love dogs. I love all animals, but in particular, I'm 54 and something happened recently.
I'm 54 too.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
yeah,
there you
yeah,
go.
yeah.
You Pisces?
I'm an Aries.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, this is serendipitous that this book came about. So this is George, and Rosie lives with George. Rosie is a good dog.
Yeah.
You're supposed to read this, right?
Oh, should I read it?
Yeah, well, let's go to the next one.
Oh, Harry, isn't that beautiful art, I have to say? I mean, it's just like, don't you want to pick her?
Thank you. Well, I chose to do this in comic sequential panels because I'm a cartoonist, and I love panels, and I love the fact that you can, the space between the panels is like a little beat in music, like a rest, if you will. So there's Rosie. She lives with George, and Rosie's a lonely dog, isn't
Right,
she?
she's lonely.
Yeah.
She feels a certain melancholy, which is a word that shows up in a lot of my stuff, actually. But let's not think about that.
Let's not talk about that.
Okay, all
But
right.
it's a good word, though.
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
Rosie and George walk together. Sometimes Rosie chases squirrels. She runs very fast as she can, but she never catches anything. You want to do George?
Rosie always returns to George. Good dog, Rosie, good dog. But I can't see that part over there where George talks about the clouds. Yeah. What does it say?
Well, look at the clouds, Rosie. Aren't they magnificent? That one looks like Abraham Lincoln. George thinks that most clouds look like presidents. Rosie thinks that most clouds look like squirrels.
One day George sees something different in the clouds. Say it.
Look, Rosie, that one looks like a dog.
The cloud does look like a dog. Rosie wags her tail. Hello, hello, she shouts.
Woof, woof.
The dog cloud does not answer her. Rosie feels lonely in an empty silver bowl sort of way. George looks down at Rosie. He looks up at the cloud.
I've got an idea, Rosie. Let's try something new.
And something new is going to be the dog park, which is where all the action begins. Can you flip forward so we can see some of who she meets? This is Maurice.
Yeah, she meets Maurice.
It doesn't go well at first. And then can you flip until we see Fifi?
Fifi comes along. There's Fifi.
Yeah,
Yip, yip.
there's Fifi, yeah. And with both of these dogs, it doesn't go well at first, but they they figure out how to be friends.
After some real drama.
Yeah, after some drama. So that's one of my favorite panels. Drop it,
Yeah.
drop it. Yeah.
Dogs being
And
dogs.
that's Fifi's tail hanging out there. Yeah. But we won't tell y'all what happens, but there is a little bit of drama, and everything turns out okay. Let's see if you guys want to ask questions, and then let's have Harry do the art. Do you think? Because we can't. Yes. My favorite book that I ever wrote myself. Are you here with a parental unit? Where is that parental unit? Oh, somewhere over there. Okay. And do you have brothers and sisters? So where is the mother of this child? Because I've got a question for you, which is, which of the children do you love the best? And I know what your mom would say. I love them equally, but differently. And that's the same way I feel about any books that I've written. I see them as like deeply flawed but lovable anyway, which is, I'm not saying you're deeply flawed, you seem lovely, but do you know what I mean? They're just, I feel intense love for them that's equal, but I see them as individuals. Yes. What inspired me to write Because of Winn-Dixie is a good question for now, because I had moved from Florida to Minneapolis, and it was the first time in my life I'd been without a dog. And we know how many of y'all have dogs, and also that some of you have cats. But I just could not, I could not get over the fact that I didn't have a dog. I couldn't have one in the apartment where I lived. And also, it was a brutal winter in Minnesota, and I was homesick for Florida. So Winn-Dixie takes place in Florida, and Winn-Dixie is centered around a dog. I could not have a dog, but this is the beauty of writing and of creating things. I could make up the best dog that I could imagine, which was Winn-Dixie, the biggest, smelliest, smilingest dog in the world. So that's where that came from. Yes, I see you.
Hi, Kate. It's lovely to see you. Winn-Dixie was far and away our three daughters' favorite book of all time. So we do have a favorite. I'm asking you, did you have a Jack Russell in mind when you wrote the story?
Did I have a Jack Russell in mind when I wrote the story? Did I, Harry?
No, I don't think you did.
No, I didn't. But this is the wonderful thing about working with somebody else is what happened was Harry and I saw each other at a conference in North Dakota, and we're like, when are we going to do that dog book? And it was a really instructive moment for me because Harry said, on the plane back, you started doing sketches. We didn't know what we were going to do, but he just started making sketches of dogs, and he sent them to me. And I just kind of got a feel. None of those were Jack Russells, but that's where we started. And I started just with the feel of those dogs and then tried to feel my way into the story. So why did you select a Jack Russell?
Jack Russell, just they're feisty little dogs, and they're beautiful. I love the color. I think a buddy of mine had a Jack Russell when I was growing up. They're just adorable dogs. There's something about a Jack Russell that. I think of the fact that Rosie is a female.
Right.
I don't know why, but Jack Russells always look like females, even though they could be males.
Wow. Let's hope that the Jack Russells of the world aren't listening
Yeah.
to that. You're really hurt. Okay, so, yes.
My daughter would like to know if you're going to write a book about a cat, or if you would consider writing a book about a cat.
So am I going to write a book about a cat? Well, I did have a cat show up in Raymie Nightingale. What about you, Harry? You got a cat book in you?
I don't know. I'm going to retire soon, so. I do love cats, though, I have to say.
Did you read comic books when you were a kid? Because in Flora Ulysses, there's a lot of comic books.
Yeah, so did I read comic books when I was a kid?
Yeah.
Yes, and what I lived for, and Harry and I have talked about this, and I know that you read way more comics than I did, but for me it was Peanuts. I would go to the library and there were these huge Peanuts treasuries that we checked. My brother and I wore those to shreds, and we were the only people in the library that checked them out. But we just read those and read those and read those, and it really informed not only Flora and Ulysses, but my love of Peanuts shows up in this book, and Harry's love of Peanuts shows up in this book. So.
Yeah, it's true. There was a certain kind of, melancholy in Peanuts that I love, and I still love it to this day. And I had those same treasuries.
Yeah.
I had to buy them again, because I beat them up so much. But yeah, Peanuts, and I love the fact that those kids all populated that space by themselves without any adults.
Right.
They also suffered. They dealt with, some Charlie Brown was a little depressed, and
right.
they had issues.
And they asked big questions.
They asked big questions.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I love big questions. Yeah.
What is your first book that you ever wrote?
What's my first book that I ever wrote? I have to know what your shirt says. Mermaids have more fun. Oh, I would have said mermaids have a great tail. T-A-L-E, but I'm not in charge of your t-shirt, but I like it anyway. Okay, so my first book was because of Winn-Dixie. And Harry, what was your?
My first book was actually a Little Lit. It was a compilation of other cartoonists telling old folk tales. So I was in that book.
What year was that?
Wow, 1999, I think.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry.
I'd like to ask a little about your beginning years. Were they structured? Did you have a lot of empty time? Were you a dreamer? Did you go to preschool?
We really do want to know about the early years. Yes.
Can you tell us what might have encouraged this great imaginative ability of yours?
Oh, you kind of make me teary. Who was I as a kid? I was a kid that grew up in a small town in Central Florida, and on a dead-end street with a neighborhood that was all young kids on one side, and then 3 widow ladies on the other side. And so the kids had the run of the street, and also those 3 widow ladies were all gardeners. And also we're really glad that all the kids were there, and we were welcome to come into their houses and onto their porches and talk with them. And all of that shaped me considerably. Did I go to preschool? I did go to preschool. I loved it. I loved school in general. Did you like school?
No.
Yeah, see? Any real artist never liked school, I guess, but I loved it. It was just like, I loved it. I loved reading, and I was lucky enough to have a mother who facilitated my love of reading and made sure that I always had books, bought them for me, took me to the library, and read to me. Speaking of reading, can I ask how many teachers are out there? How many of you teachers read out loud to your classes? Can we have a round of applause for that? If you're not getting it at home, it can save your life to get it someplace else. So for all of you, you're saving lives. So Harry, do you want to talk about what you were like as a kid?
I was.
You hated school.
I didn't hate. Hate's a strong word. I didn't hate school. I didn't really fit in school. So the library saved my life. Honestly,
Oh.
art and library.
How about the
saved my
librarians
life.
out there?
Yeah. I will just say that's totally true, because I want to always make the point of saying how much, not to pander, but I love libraries. We should give money to libraries all the time. You have to always give money to libraries. I would have gotten in a lot of trouble had it not been for libraries. My mom took me as a little boy and I can get lost in a library. I was never worried about losing my mom. I felt very safe in libraries.
Yeah.
Anyway. We're running out of time, I know.
Oh, we are. We're running out. Okay, do you want to do your drawing?
A quick drawing?
Okay, so who's going to volunteer? Harry, I'm getting out of your way. Somebody's going to come up and do a squiggle.
I know.
Let's do.
That library, that's
it's hard. I don't want to pick this. Somebody over here, maybe. How about this little girl right here in the pink? Yeah. Can you get up here? Here. You got that? Okay. So, what's your name?
Kevin.
What's your name?
Kevin.
Your name's Kevin? Kevin, that's a great name.
Wow.
Kevin. All right, Kevin, here you go. This magic marker is for you. And what you're going to do, Kevin, is you're going to take this, you're going to draw just a scribble really fast right there.
Come back to your face, because I think they've...
Excellent job. Let's give Kevin a round of applause. Here, come. You want to sit down?
Yeah.
You can sit here.
Be a panelist.
That's pretty
There you
cool.
go.
So my job is, when I visit schools all over the place, is to turn these scribbles into something. This is a brain game. I didn't make it up. It's been around for many years. Bill Peet, great children's book writer and illustrator, if you know Bill Peet. So I look at this and I kind of see if I can turn it into something. You guys see that? So you guys are looking at it. Are you imagining what this could be? Okay, so someone said no. There's always one in the crowd, So when that's happening, your brain, there are actually various lobes of your brains are being fired up right now. So, and there's proof on this through fMRIs. So you can turn it sideways, but Kate, you have any idea? You're looking at this?
I'm looking at it on the screen. I do have some ideas.
You do?
Yeah, but I'm not going to tell them.
Come on.
Yeah.
Share them with me.
I think you can get a cow out of that real easily. Yeah. What's your idea?
Well, I don't know. I grew up like,
It's an amoeba. No? Oh.
I don't know, Kate. Could be Some sort of a dog.
Oh.
It's a good idea for your next book, maybe. I don't know. This little tail.
Oh.
What here? Can y'all see that there?
Oh.
It's kind of a dragon guy, right? That's all I got.
That's pretty fabulous. Yeah. You should sign it too. Wait. Yeah. Oh, does she get to keep it?
She gets to keep this.
Oh.
Kate, you want to sign this? You should sign it.
No, I'm not signing it, but you should sign it. Yeah.
You want to sign it? We did it together. You put your little autograph right there. And you can sell this on eBay. Probably get yourself $50. This is so interesting, the way children approach this. I find it fascinating. You're the best.
Excellent.
You're the best.
Yay!
Here, take this. You take this with you.
Don't fall off stage, Harry.
Here, you're going to, let me, wait, okay, here, come here. Is this okay? Jump, there you go. Oh, that's not good.
Oh. Are you all right? Yeah. 54, I get it. So,
I know,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Are we, where are we
How much time do
time-wise?
We get a couple minutes.
2 minutes. Let's do, you want to do another question?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. I'm gonna paraphrase what she said. So she read Winn-Dixie in class, and when she first started reading, she didn't know what the word melancholy meant, and then she learned it from the book. And you learned it because of litmus lozenges, right? Because they produce a feeling of melancholy in you. And then also a friend of hers went to Florida and saw a Winn-Dixie store. And I remember the first time I did a signing where somebody came through the line and showed me a picture of a Winn-Dixie grocery store, and they're like, look, they exist. And it's like, yes, I know. I mean, I grew up a couple blocks away from one in Florida. So, but can we just say about words and that how much you absorb words through a story? And so people are always worried about reading level, and you can learn any word, right? You're learning a ton of words. You might as well learn the word melancholy, and you learned it, right? So well done. Okay, one more question, and it's gonna be an adult back there, an adult-child combination. Okay, yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I was interested in the inspiration for Edward Tulane, which is my favorite book of yours, and my son has a related question.
Why did you make Edward Tulane a rabbit?
Okay, I can answer that question. So how many of y'all have read Edward Tulane? Okay, so where did the story come from? It came from receiving a rabbit doll as a gift. And when the friend handed me this rabbit doll, I said, what's his name? And she said, Edward. And I said, thank you very much. And I took him home and I put him on the couch in my living room. And he's big. He comes up to here. He's dressed in this very elegant outfit. And every time I walked into the living room, I screamed because he's a really creepy looking rabbit. And he's just sitting there like this. So like the third night that he was in the house, I had a dream about him where he was underwater, face down on the ocean floor with no clothing on. It's your basic naked rabbit dream. And I think that most writers have naked rabbit dreams, and probably artists.
Many.
Yes, right, yeah. And I just am the fool who will stand up here and talk about it. So I thought that seems like the beginning of a story. So that's where Edward came from.
Wow.
And let's do one thing in closing. For all of you, books matter so much. Seeing other people in stories and seeing yourself in stories matters so much right now. So thank you for being here for books, and thank you for believing in the power of stories.
Okay.
We're going to sign somewhere, so thank you for being here.